Okay, we're going to demonstrate and teach you the proper technique for the back squat.
This is one of the most fundamental lifts, and it's great for all athletes or normal people that work out.
This is a great lift to work your posterior chain, your spinal erectors, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads a bit. Okay, as you approach the bar in the squat, duck your head under the bar, put your pinkies in the rings. Okay, if your spotter is behind you, they should make sure that you're even. You might want to shift to your left just a bit. Oh, too much, back over. Okay, on these bars, there's a little rough spot here in the middle. Just want to make sure that's lined up. All right, now he's going to stand up with the bar. He's going to back out just a bit. So the arms act as safety arms. All right, to begin this lift, the first thing he must do is, as he's looking forward with his eyes, he's going to make sure that his feet are in the correct position. So he's pretty much in a jump stance, a little bit wider than his shoulders, but that's pretty good. Pretty much aligned with his hips. Wants to make sure that his toes are facing forward. Now, he's just not going to bend down. He's actually going to hinge. Facing forward, he's going to push his butt back, keeping his chest forward. Okay, and if you were having a side view, you would see his knees go forward. So again, as he's looking at, with his eyes and his chest forward, he's going to push his hips way back. And he's going to look at his knees and make sure his knees stay behind his toes. He can glance down. All right, now you're going to look at his depth. His depth, the crease of his hip should be breaking parallel. Okay, the crease of his hip, and it is breaking parallel. His weight is on his heels. Notice the good alignment in his back. If we were to put a rod there, it goes straight. He's forward. Now as he rises up, he comes out to the locked out position. Again, looking forward, back flat, chest proud. That's 1 rep. Okay, so he's going to go through 3 reps, nice and slow. Again, the first thing he's going to keep in mind, keeping the weight on his feet, making sure that he feels his heels and his toes grip the ground. He's going to force his hips back as if he's sitting in a chair. Knees are staying behind toes. He broke parallel. He's coming back up. That's 1 rep. Breaking parallel, staying straight with his back, not bowing over. That's 2. Notice when he rises, his chest rises at the same time. He's not picking his hips up first and then his shoulders. So he's keeping the alignment in his back.
A bad rep would look like this. This is where it gets dangerous.
And try even bowing your back a little bit to show them another bad rep. He's bending over and he's kind of just crouching. Yeah, see? Saw how he
It's
rolled?
actually hard to do wrong.
Yeah. And that's not a full rep because he didn't break parallel.
Right, another poor mistake is that this is not parallel. You have to actually break it.
Or another common mistake is students coming up on their toes and their heels aren't staying into the ground. Okay, so we want to make sure that your heels stay flush on the ground and go all the way down.
You get off balance if you do that.
That's why you don't want to look down when you're coming up. You want to drive up. You don't want to cock your head.
You
Get out
can
of
think of
alignment.
it as you go down and you hit that break point. As you're coming up, you want to drive through your heels.
Now, when he walks the bar back into the rack, he walks all the way. He makes sure he puts on the safety arms and he ducks back underneath. He's not going to lift it over his head, even though he may be able to handle that weight. He's not going to lift it over his head and just rack it. Walk back, unrack safely.